Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, has become synonymous with crowds, deals, and the official kickoff to the holiday shopping season. But how did this day earn such a notorious reputation, and what traditions have shaped it into the shopping phenomenon it is today? The history of Black Friday is a story that intertwines culture, economics, and a dash of mythology. Let's go back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when department stores like Macy's and Eaton's began hosting Thanksgiving parades to whet the appetites of consumers for a season of shopping. These parades culminated in the appearance of Santa Claus, signaling the start of the holiday season. But it wasn't until much later that Black Friday, as we know it, would take shape. The term Black Friday originally had a negative connotation. It was first used in 1869 to describe the financial crisis that occurred when two financiers, Jay Gould and James Fisk, attempted to corner the gold market on the New York Stock Exchange, resulting in the collapse of the market and a day of chaos and economic despair. However, the name received a rebirth of sorts to describe the day after Thanksgiving in the 1950s in Philadelphia. Police used the term to describe the chaos that ensued on the Friday after Thanksgiving, when the city was flooded with suburban shoppers and tourists coming in for the Army-Navy football game held on Saturday of that weekend. They faced a long day dealing with traffic jams, accidents, and shoplifting incidents. Hence, the term Black Friday was a phrase of dread for the police and local merchants. Despite the negative origins, merchants and advertisers saw an opportunity in the late 20th century to reinvent Black Friday. They positioned it as a positive, stating that it was the day retailers would go from being in the red, losing money, to being in the black, profiting, because of the surge in shoppers taking advantage of their sales. The idea caught on, and by the 1980s, Black Friday was a term used across the United States to denote the biggest shopping day of the year. Retailers began opening their doors earlier and earlier, offering doorbuster deals to attract customers. The tradition evolved into what some might call a competitive sport, with shoppers planning their day with military precision, seeking out the best deals and often standing in line for hours before stores opened. The introduction of big-ticket discounts on electronics and popular toys played into the hands of both buyers and sellers, turning Black Friday into a day that can make or break the success of a retail season. This trend has only grown with the proliferation of online shopping, with online retailers like Amazon joining the fray with Black Friday sales of their own. Today, Black Friday traditions involve more than jostling for the last discounted television. It's become a family affair for some, a day to bond over shared strategic shopping plans. For others, it's an opportunity to enjoy the decorations, festive atmosphere, and the excitement that buzzes in the air at malls and storefronts. There are those who make it an annual tradition to grab a coffee early in the morning, pore over ads with friends and family, and map out the day's shopping on Thanksgiving Day itself. Yet, in recent years, there has been a pushback against the consumerism of Black Friday. Movements like Small Business Saturday and Giving Tuesday encourage shoppers to spend their money at local independent businesses and to donate to charitable organizations. Additionally, some retailers have begun to resist the pressure to open their doors on Thanksgiving Day, choosing to allow their employees to spend the holiday with their families instead. As Black Friday continues to evolve, with the advent of online sales and global participation, the traditions continue to shift, but the essence remains. It is a day of deal hunting, strategic shopping, and the unofficial start to the festive season. Retailers rack up sales while consumers tick off items from their holiday shopping lists, reveling in the deals they've snagged or lamenting the ones that got away. In conclusion, Black Friday is a complex tapestry woven from American history, marketing genius, and consumer culture. It reflects the changing times and adapts to the current desires and needs of society, yet retains its identity as the busiest shopping day of the year. As we look towards future Black Fridays, it will be interesting to see how new traditions take shape, how technology will continue to change the retail landscape, and how we balance the scales between the frenzy of consumerism and the call for a more conscious approach to holiday spending.